Hello guys, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are here with our third and final part of our Konosuba Legend of Crimson set review. I am joined once again by Gavin.
Um. Oh boy, welcome to Memesville, boys. Population, everybody.
Right, so anyway, without further ado, we will begin with the first card of the blue section of this set.
All the support I have, Aqua. Okay, 1500. She's adventure and goddess. So, when your character's trigger check reveals the climax, give one of your guys 1,000 for the turn. And she's a tap self-tutoring brainstorm for adventure or goddess. So she can't grab a lot of the magic only red characters.
But she grabs almost everyone else, which
Yes,
is still fine.
which is Though, like I just mentioned, it does provide some incompatibility issues, but at the same time, the majority of the cards you care about are adventures by default.
Right,
So,
and there are
I
people out there who definitely prefer search brainstorms over salvage brainstorms because they would like to have extra opportunities to know what is left in their deck.
that's I'm part of that. I'm part of that camp. To be honest, like if I wasn't playing the 8 gate variant, I probably would be playing this. I
Right.
was thinking to myself, don't we have already one of these already at home? But no, that we don't actually.
No, we
So,
don't. Which
but
you would think it's a little surprising because Konosuba's been around for a few years already with several sets, and nope, there has actually not been a search brainstorm.
I mean, it's the new kid on the block. So it's one of the newer kids on the block. Honestly, I'm gonna have to get this the playable rating actually.
Yeah, I will agree. Especially if you don't care about playing 8 gates, this is very much a decent option because it is a brainstorm that tutors that is also a blue splash, which is important because
Oh yeah,
there are good blue cards that you still play to this very day.
and actually, if I wasn't on 8 gates, I'd be playing this.
Yeah, I feel it. All right then, let's move on. Q the Crimson Demon Village Aqua. She's a level 3, Q costs 9,000 power with the Adventurer and Goddess traits. For each of your other Adventurer or Goddess characters, this card gets 500 power. When this card plays from your hand onto the stage, you may heal 1. And Climax Combo, when this card attacks, if a card named Blessing of the Goddess, which is a Soul Hex, trigger Climax is in your Climax area, you may pay 1 stock. If you do, send the bottom 2 cards of your opponent's deck to their waiting room. If there were no climaxes among those cards, deal 1 damage to your opponent twice. Damage cancel can occur.
You know, I actually see a lot of Japanese lists try to splash this in with the double whammy combo that we looked at last time. And the funny thing is that I go, why? Because breaking this down, okay, so she's somewhat bulky being 11,000. She's a heal, which honestly, this set didn't need any more heals. Like this set's already jam-packed full of them.
True.
And
Which is funny because previous Konosuba sites were actually lacking on healers, especially the first one. The first one was really lacking on healers.
oh yeah, set one had like barely any healers. There's like 2 playable ones. But but nowadays I'm just like, I wish this dug for its climax. Like it's a heal and that's kind of super whatever. And the climax combo itself, I don't know about you, man, but Chino and Cocoa to me is just unimpressive.
True, it is a bit RNG reliant, though. You brought up the idea of Japanese people playing this with double whammy. Does that mean that they actually feel like they are good enough level 0 and level 1 playables that don't care about having a climax combo in Konosuba as a
No,
whole?
they're going for maximum greed here. They're trying for the triple. They're trying for 3 combos in one. They're playing three of the Aaron Megami. They're playing 3 double whammy and they're playing 2 pants. I'm like,
Oh boy,
I
we returned back to 2013 or something here.
I'm just like that. That's just being too greedy, in my opinion. And and
Yo, I like greed. I like greed, but whoa.
I mean, in my opinion, the greed has to pay off, and this is just not a good enough payoff, in my opinion. Like,
That's the thing
burn
though.
one, burn.
Japanese players love it when they can do multiple instances of chip damage. Or that's what the pattern seems to trend towards. Whereas
Then
we Western players, we tend to we like multiple chips, but we want them to be chunks, not chips.
if that was necessarily true, they'd be playing Guilty Kiss instead of Shaoran.
Yeah, like you know that's what I'm saying. We tend to like chunks more than chips. We'd rather have one instance of like burn 2, burn 3 than multiple
Burn
ones.
ones. I mean, like burn one, like just like it's kind of just unimpressive to me. Like, I mean, sure, Aqua's probably gonna live, but at the end of the game, who really cares? Paying that one could mean the difference between casting Foreclosure and not having the resources to cast Foreclosure. So, especially if you combine it with the double whammy.
Which means you're sacrificing hand and
Multiple
stock
attacks.
you're giving up 2 attacks to do that combo.
So, uh, um, honestly, you're probably gonna disagree with me on this one, but I'm gonna have to give this the niche.
Hmm.
I'm just not very impressed by this.
Yeah, you are right. I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to say that this is playable in that it is a usable level 3 combo. I know people who still swear by multiple instances of burn 1, even if they do get auto-cucked by Kabon in Kimono Friends.
By anti-burn in general,
But let's be fair. If you're playing Konosuba, anti-burn probably fucks you regardless.
like,
Hinders your progress, if anything.
hinders your progress. I was gonna say, like, if this was like playable minus, I would probably give it that instead of the niche. But
Right.
I think that's kind of a justification. I think we'd meet somewhere in the middle, honestly, if we had a playable minus.
Yeah. But overall, because it is on one of the better triggers in Weiss Schwarz, on top of it being a healer and a stick, and not having super specific conditions. This is still decent.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
well, let's move on. Occasionally exhibiting Goddess-Tendencies, Aqua 00500. She's a venture goddess, guys. I don't think I need to say that 50 times over. She's an assist, frontal 5, and when your other character dies, if this is in your back row, you may pay the cost of sacrificing her. If so, regenerate the guy that was about to die.
Right. Man. Ever since I played Low Light Sunshine with Capture Stance Cunning, I just can't really justify any other variants of that card.
You son of I was gonna mention that specific card. I was gonna mention that
Like,
specific.
cool, assist 500, but then you're kind of like, if it's gonna die in place of another character, it was kind of like a temporary 500 at best.
At least give me the scry, man.
At least give me a scry, facts.
I mean,
On
like,
top of that, how many characters are actually worth saving in Konosuba?
that don't already have natural recursion.
Right. Like,
I
do
mean-
you really want to save early play Aqua?
No. That card is meant.
Right.
That card's meant to come in, heal me, destroy something, and then get destroyed in response.
Yeah, you're like, cool, I'm gonna play this, ditch a card, heal for net 1, gain back the 1 from attacking, and bye-bye.
I mean, she's designed to go stock neutral. Like, if your opponent can't kill her, then there's either something wrong with them, or they aren't playing a very good deck. So, honestly, For all the Aqua fans out there, you know what? I'm sorry, but the capture stance profile is just niche at best, honestly.
Hmm.
I'm going to be generous and give this the niche. I was tempted to oof this, but
I
you know
think that
what?
might be cruel.
That's a little
So
too.
I will concur and also give it the niche. Alright. Sightseeing at Crimson Demon Village Aqua. Level 1, 0 cost, 3500 power. Also, when this card is placed from your hand onto the stage, choose one of your adventure or goddess characters, and that character gets 1500 power until the end of the turn. And also, when this card attacks, you may pay 1 stock to perform Twin Drive.
Honestly, like, this is just a strictly worse version of the Lizard Priest from Goblin
And
Slayer, in my opinion.
also worst version of Lion, or however you
Yeah.
pronounce her name from Logic.
She's a 6'5" knight.
Yeah, right. My point
Well,
exactly.
she gets smushed on defense, but
Like,
double who cares?
yeah.
Um,
And Twin Drivers and Konosuba, like, Konosuba doesn't have standby.
nor does
Nor
and
green.
and the quote unquote logic of 8 gates, like if you're playing the Aaron combo, she already has twin drive. So even using that logic, that's just that doesn't even work in that case because she already has it. Like, and Bunny Girl, you value the stock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, to be fair, this is meant to pay. This is meant to pay out as if you're going to get you're getting 1 next stock on the attack anyway. So
yes,
technically, the stock cost doesn't technically matter here.
true, but at the same time,
It's
I'm
more
just
like it's you can justify it by saying like, okay, there's like the fringe case of, oh, I triggered a climax on a previous attack, I can now pay it out and hopefully get 2 clean triggers.
no, that's what the Soul Sleeper does every single time we review one of these cards. I just go, but at the same time, I'm just
Yeah,
you know
that's why I say it's a fringe case.
that's a very fringe case, mate. And honestly, the majority of the time, you don't actually care.
Right.
So you know what? I'm gonna be nice and give this the niche.
Mm. Yeah, like maybe there are some awkward cards or something that you might want to pump up. That's what I was thinking. But
I mean,
that'd be about it, really.
all right. Let's
Like,
move on
yeah.
to the next card.
Oh boy.
Result of synthesis and modification Sylvia. 104k. She is Demon's King Army. For each marker underneath this, she gains 1,000. But when this is placed from hand to stage, look at the top 2 cards. Choose up to 2 Demon's King Army or Cosima. Or Cosimas. Or cards named the Demon's King Army Invades, number 96, and place them in any order face up as markers. Then bin the rest. Then, climax combo. When the battle opponent this becomes reversed, you may pay the cost of 1, destroying the stock soul it's on. If so, you may tutor for 2 Demon's King armies or Cosimas, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Shuffle.
It's very interesting that Konosuba's been introducing these sack a climax plus to plus 1 more card on 1 lane combos. We saw it with the Union, and now we see it with the Sylvia for the Demon King's Army plus Cosima deck. And at least they're doing it on climaxes with auto abilities, which means that the soul boost you gain from them does not disappear.
Right. Unlike continuouses, which once you get rid of the climax, it's gone.
Yeah, so at least the devs were not completely with their brains when they were making these.
But at the same time, like I alluded to back in the yellow portion of this, when we covered the Demon's King army, like it's really nice and it's really flavorful, but at the same time, Well, this is just a meme. I'm sorry. Nice meme, bro.
Meme. You think this is meme worthy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's so meme about this card in general. I'm gonna give it this.
Okay.
I don't see it. I don't see this as being like it's just very much a utility card that's a base thing with a climax combo. I don't see what's so meme about it.
The Demon's King army in general.
The archetype can be a meme, but this card specifically, it's not why it's a meme.
Okay. Okay then.
That's how I'm gonna argue it.
You know what? Change my opinion to niche, please.
Okay, I have apparently persuaded you.
Yep, you have persuaded me. Alright. The next card, please.
Next card. The Adventurous Life Aqua. Level 1, 0 cost, 5,000 power. We are back to the Adventure and Goddess trait. Auto. Climax combo. When this card attacks, if a card named Quest failed, a book trigger is in your climax area and you have another Adventure or Goddess character, look at up to the top 4 cards of your deck, choose up to one level 1 or higher card among them, reveal it, add it to your hand, and send the remaining cards into your waiting room. And as always, climax cards are considered level 0 for this ability.
So, I mean, it's really flavorful that they named the climax quest failed, because I can imagine with Aqua, you're going to be failing a lot of quests. Okay, so like I said, this is the Soul Sleeper's preferred style of combo.
And let's be fair here, even then, there were many of us who were playing these kinds of combos for several years.
He's still on these combos. He hasn't really moved on from them. But then again, it's one of these. I'm not the biggest fan of these combos, honestly. I'm really not.
I would say, if anything, I think these have become part of the budget pile, because I believe these combos have become lower rarity since 2018 at the very least.
I think this is a rare or an uncommon,
which is very affordable in Weiss Schwarz.
Oh yeah, those.
Because if we take a similar card that was strictly superior, like Amelia from Ray Zero Set 1, she still probably costs like around $15 per copy. So
actually, Amelia's quite cheap nowadays. She's only like 3 in JP, dude.
Okay, sorry, I am still speaking from an English player's perspective.
Pulls no.
But that being said, these combos have become very, very accessible. Like a very recent one would be something like in trial deck pluses, like for example, Bang Dream Girls Band Party, Rosalia trial deck plus. You can kind of does what this does in a trial deck.
Grabs any music,
right?
And he's worth pennies on the dollar, honestly.
Yeah.
The fact that it's nifty that this grabs 1 and higher.
Kind of like the Wish we saw. Yeah, a Wish we saw in red.
Mm-hmm. Though, if you're playing mono blue, sure. Or any deck or any combination that does not involve red, in my opinion, you can probably play this.
And still get off pretty fine.
And, you know what, I'm going to have to get this playable.
Yeah, I was teetering between playable and this, but I think overall, because this is in a nutshell splashable, you could justify playing this. You know.
Just like Nodoka from Albuta from set 1, if he had playable minus, definitely I would give this playable minus.
Fair. Alright.
Synthesizing with Mage Killer, Sylvia. 3/2, 10k. Demon's King Army. This card gains 3,000 and X power, where X is 500 times the number of markers underneath this card. Alrighty. This ability activates up to once per turn. At the end of this card's attack, if you have 4 or more other Demon's King army or Cosmos, you may pay the cost of discard 2 cards and sacrifice the Crimson Demon Village, the Pants trigger. If you do, untap and you get to attack again.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I first read the first sentence, I was kind of like, why didn't they just print this as a 13,000 power card?
No, I mean, it's nifty. I mean, especially for Demon's King army, like.
Yeah, and at least it doesn't cost stock. And in a finisher scenario, because this is on a permanent 1k1 climax, to be able to attack for 1 less soul is actually quite interesting. You have to really think about your damage output a bit more.
Right, and also, another thing is that Sylvia dodges foreclosure.
Yeah.
Your opponent can foreclose on you, and you just go, sure, right. I don't care.
Like, okay, I don't know what paying stock is. I don't know what paying stock is for my finisher.
I mean, actually, and this allows you to cast foreclosure easier too.
Yeah, like the fact that these are blue cards, and this is you know a thing I alluded to in Red, where I'm just kind of like, man, if only foreclosure actually required a specific character on the board or something. But no, you can play foreclosure in a Demon King's army plus Cosmo deck.
Pretty much. So at the same time, I'm gonna have to. You know what? Give this the playable rating, actually.
Serviceable restander for what you call a meme archetype.
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, I consider the Demon King's army deck to be a niche, like, it is overall a meme/niche archetype, and therefore its cards, I have to kind of, like, in a nutshell, yes, this is playable, but it means you're playing Demon King's army, which means you're playing a niche deck, so I'm giving it niche.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Like, just evaluating the card on a surface level, like.
I totally get it, but I'm also talking about the card in the grander context.
Okay, that's also fine.
Yeah. Alright then.
Next.
Cunning Idea Aqua, level 0, 0 cost, 500 power. Also, when this card becomes reversed in battle, if the level of this card's battle opponent is 0 or lower, you may send that character to the bottom of your opponent's deck. And also, in the clock alarm, if this card is on the top of your clock at the beginning of your climax phase, choose one of your adventurer or goddess characters and that character gains the following ability for the turn. Also, when the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, you may send that character to the bottom of your opponent's deck.
Nifty, I guess, like.
Yeah, if you think if you're confident you can run over something and you just really don't want it to come back, but yeah, you got to the bottom of your opponent's deck.
I mean, the alarm is the most interesting part. Like, who cares about the first sentence?
Right.
You know,
Right.
So, I mean, it's neat, but unfortunately, I think even the Goddess deck has better zeros than this. Like.
Yeah, it definitely does.
So, well, neat. I'm gonna have to give this a niche rating.
Yeah, those are my thoughts exactly. It does offer like a more long-term removal solution to pesky characters you may not like. But that'd be about it.
Yosuro's anybody?
Yosuro's.
Oh well.
You're getting
right.
all of these.
I know. Female heart and male heart. Sylvia. 001K. When this enters the battlefield, you have 2 or more Demon's King army or Cosmos. You may draw a card, pitch a card. And she's also a brainstorm. She tutors for Demon's King army or Cosma.
Neat. At least she's a tap sylph.
Yeah, it's nifty.
And she's a brainstorm that can also possibly get you an extra dig.
Like,
hey, try to find your it's on, or your pants trigger for your restand. Neat.
And the funny thing is that actually Bushiroad is correcting the color apply with this set actually. Hey, blue is the tutoring color, red
Blue
is
is
the
the
salvage color.
Yeah, Konosuba has actually been good at doing that in general.
Actually following what the color pie is supposed to be, as opposed to. Wait, since when does yellow salvage?
Since when goes yellow salvage? Since when can blue burn?
But
Or since when can blue only gain power on your own turn?
I thought it was always.
No. Blue has typically been the I gain power on the opponent's turn only.
All on the defensive.
Yeah.
Yellow is on the offensive, and red is always.
Always, or doesn't really. Red and green are kind of like whatever on power.
Oh, okay. So I mean, this is neat, but
Yeah.
like you alluded to earlier, the Demon's King army is kind of a niche / meme deck. So I'm gonna give this the niche rating.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna do.
Though this is an excellent card for Demon's King army.
Yeah, it definitely makes the Demon King's army deck very usable as a budget yet flavorful option for people who want to go that route. Alright then, let's move on. Oh, now I get a Sylvia card. Demon King Military Commander Sylvia. Level 1, 0 cost, 4500 power. Also, when this card is placed from your hand onto the stage, you may pay the cost of discarding a card from your hand. If you do, choose a card named the Demon King's Army Invades in your waiting room and add it to your hand. And also, when this card attacks, choose one of your other Demon King's Army character or character with Cosmic in its card name, and that character gets plus X power until the end of the turn, where X is equal to the number of your total other Demon King's Army characters and characters with Cosmic in your card names, multiplied by 500.
Shimakaze Kai for Demon's King arm.
With an event bond. Or on an event bond. Which is neat.
It's definitely not bad. Like they're trying so hard.
They really are, and I really admire them for doing that. It's been a while since we saw an off-trade deck actually have tools this good.
And it actually makes the deck somewhat playable.
Not fully competitive, but definitely, take it out to your locals and you might surprise some people. When locals start up again, of course.
Of course. And, actually, this might be a decent surprise for, the WGP regionals. Like, this might I can actually see this taking a regional or two,
Just because people are not ready for it, or rather, most of what these cards do simply don't care what your opponent does.
Exactly, and it's that surprise factor,
surprise factor, and the fact that outside of the level 1 combo, it doesn't really care about what your opponent does.
Pretty much, even then, you could potentially just play Aqua in its place.
Which is fine, because you're playing blue anyway.
Yeah, so... honestly,
just have to be a little careful. If you are playing Aquas, you do have to be careful of your Demon King's Army plus Cosma count on the board.
That's true, but honestly, overall, I can see it being a decent deck, just as we go through the rest of these cards.
Definitely one of the better antagonist decks. Because typically antagonist decks get shifted way off to the wayside.
Well, JoJo's isn't bad, honestly.
We all know you're playing a villain deck in JoJo. You're just there to King Crimson everyone, and you don't care if you win.
Though the meta, if I remember correctly, in JoJo's is Golden Wind.
Yeah.
So, but overall, getting back to Sylvia here, I'm gonna have to give her the niche rating. But in terms of the deck overall, though, I would definitely give this the playable rating. But Demon's King Army is niche overall.
Yeah, that's my justification for giving a lot of these cards niche. Alright.
So you finally know what it feels like to read some Demon's King Army.
I mean, I've already had to rate them because I was translating some of these cards for another group of friends.
Oh, I see.
So I'm already, but you know, what I really got sick of doing was having to type Gaming King's Army characters or characters like Cosmo in their card names.
When I was giving you the abridged card of the day, did I even bother doing Demon's King Army?
I don't think you did.
Oh, okay.
You were just kind of like, nah, these are like, no, I sweep.
No, I sleep. Alrighty. So support magic Aqua, 2/1/2/5. So she is a 2,500 counter, and when you perform when you use the backup, you may perform the following action: discard a card. You may pitch a card. If you do, look at the top card, and you may surveil it away. You may repeat this as much as you want.
Yeah, you would think it should be in red instead of blue.
I was about to say.
This is where Bushro effed up on the color pie again.
It should be a scry, not a surveil.
Right. But that being said, I'm going to actually give this the meme rating because I know there are probably people that want to be cheeky with a card like this and be like, let me discard cards till I get closer to my cancel kappa.
So basically they're gonna surveil their entire hand away. Nice meme, bruh.
That's why I give it meme.
Nice. They're gonna surveil their entire hand. You know what? I think, honestly, I think the Soul Sleeper would honestly surveil his entire hand away just so he can surveil to his climax.
Even if he's only with like 3 or fewer cards left in hand.
Oh yeah, the man will do it every goddamn time.
More like, does the man ever have a board where you can even use this?
This is true.
He doesn't sound like a type of person to side, or actually try to win board.
He never wins board. He never wins board.
So you don't win board. What is a backup?
Yeah, well, that's true. He doesn't believe in sack counters, money counters, none of that.
Not even leaflet counters.
He's kind of neutral towards leaflet counters.
Okay, so he kind of respects the boarding.
He's neutral towards leaflet counters, but at the same time, he's like, meh.
Anyway, you're giving this...
Nice meme, bro.
Okay.
Nice meme, bro.
Making sure.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Dirty Temptation Sylvia. Level 3, 2 cost 9,000 power with the Demon King's Army trait. Continuous. If you have 4 or more characters that are either Demon King's Army or have Konosuba in their card name, this card gets level -1 in your hand. When this card is placed from your hand onto the stage, you may heal 1. And also, when this card becomes reversed in battle, you may pay the cost of 2 stock, discard 1 card from your hand to the waiting room, and send 2 Demon King's Army characters from your waiting room underneath this card face up as markers in any order. If you do, choose 1 card with Synthesizing with Mage or Sylvia, number 82, in your waiting room, place it resting on this card's previous slot, and send all markers underneath this card as well as this card underneath that card as markers underneath that new card in any order.
Jesus Christ.
So that's how you accumulate markers on the other level 3 Sylvia.
I mean, the fact that they basically gave Demon's King Army a pretty good early play, honestly.
Yeah, in a nutshell, it's not bad.
Though she's tiny on both sides of the spectrum, so it's the Kaede problem all over again.
Yeah.
And unlike Kaede, this cannot go stock neutral though, so there is drawbacks to playing this card.
Right, the idea is to be able to crap out your finisher at level 2, or as early as level 2.
I mean, looking at the cost, you basically hardcast this card.
Right. But you know, that's how you choose. You're supposed to do this to make the other Sylvia way beyond 13k.
Right.
But you know, all in all, I had to give it the niche because this is a niche archetype.
Yep.
Alright.
Beauty in Yukata, Aqua, 0/0/500. She's a frontal 5. You may tap 2 of your adventurer goddesses. Choose one of your guys, give them 2k for the turn.
This card was definitely late.
I only have one comment for this.
Yeah, same.
Like, this might have been useful in set 2 when the Aqua that can potentially draw you 3 cards needs a reversal, but even then, like, that's on a split 3k1, so she's already fucking 8,000 by
Which
herself.
is already pretty big in general.
She's not gonna kill standby decks, even with this card, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, next.
Unexpected Blow, Aqua, level 0, 0 cost, 1500 power. When this card is placed from your hand onto the stage, send the top 2 cards of your deck into your waiting room. If there is at least one level 0 or lower character card among them, this card may perform a side attack without soul penalty for the turn. And also, when this card attacks, you may pay 1 stock to perform Twin Drive.
It's neat.
Yeah.
It's
I'd probably say this is very much on this card. It's neat to be able to, you know.
I think even Aqua's level 0 slots are kind of packed at this point, so yeah, Nisha is what Nisha plays. Like, it's an option if you want.
It's an option, yeah.
Hunting down Sylvia, 002k, Demon's King Army. Character across from this cannot move to another slot, and ETB gain 1500 power.
So you're playing this, you actually have a way to deal with runners. Neat.
Yeah, quite neat, but at the same time...
It is one of your few level 0 options in that deck, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably 4 of, along with the Brainstorm.
I go guess.
Auto Niche plays.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what the Demon's King Army in general is getting.
True. Marginal Retreat Sylvia, level 0, 0 cost, 3000 power. During the attack phase, you cannot return characters from your waiting room to your hand via your card abilities. And also, at the start of your opponent's attack phase, if this card is in the front row center slot, you may move this to an empty slot in your front row.
Did the level 1 combo salvage during combat? I can't
No,
remember.
it's searched. It's searched.
Oh, okay. So you
No,
don't
they weren't idiots about that one.
Okay, I was about to say. So you don't automatically cuck yourself.
So this is an oversized free runner, though it can only run from center, which is alright.
It's basically a nerfed Kaede.
Yeah, but again, I guess.
Like the fact that you can't salvage, like you can't salvage via gates, is just super whatever because you don't play those in this deck. So.
Yeah, you only play Blue Stock Soul and Pants, and you have practically 0 abilities that salvage.
So auto niche it is, boys.
Right. Like again, if we were actually to like rate it on like the actual game, if we're going to rate it in like the context of just the Demon King's army, then this would have actually been playable. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely playable. Leaping Aqua, 1055. This card cannot side. When the enters the battlefield, you may mill the top 2. Actually, no, you must mill the top 2 cards of your deck. This gains X power, where X is 1,000 times the adventurer or goddesses revealed among the 2 cards.
That's a weird type of assassin profile, but okay.
Hello, hi guys. My name is Deadly Assassin.
But changed up a bit because reasons.
Hey, at least she milled you 2 cards.
At least she knows the 2 cards.
But at the same
Does
time,
Aqua actually need this?
no.
Yeah,
Hell, I would just play the Magro combo and the Aqua Brise from set 1.
Then I can have only one comment.
You know what? Fuck it. Make it a double.
Whoa.
That's how much I hate Deadly Assassins.
Like, what is this? 2014?
Yep.
Burning Out Sylvia. Level 2, 1 cost 4000 power. Continuous. Your other character in the front row center slot gains the following ability. Continuous. This card cannot be chosen by your opponent's card abilities. Continuous. all of your other Demon King's army characters and characters with Konosuba in your card games get 1000 power. And act. Pay 1 stock, discard a card from your hand to the way room, choose one of your Demon King's army characters or a character with Konosuba in its card game, and that character gets 2500 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Now that's the blue card.
Okay, so center hexproof. Neat. Your anti-play can't be early changed anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It gives it a 1000 additional power. Okay, 10k isn't that much harder to kill. And you can
Buff
pay
it up.
one to discard one to pump it by 2/5 for the cycle.
Which, you know, makes the card tougher to deal with.
But at the same time, is it worth paying 1 and pitching a card
Right.
for?
You get, yeah, you want the initial, you want the early play to die to bring out your restand. Which you use this to make your restand like 17,000 or some shit.
And your restand is already gigantic.
But you know, let's make it extra today so that your opponent really cannot get over her, and you just try to pummel your opponent in submission with a 15,000 plus Sylvia.
Cool.
But again, niche archetype is niche.
Yep. Yep. It's just kind of oof. Intimidating pose. Aqua. 2/1. 5/5. Adventure Goddess. Alrighty, she is a level 3 assist, which grants 2000 power. And she has the ability tap. She's one of your guys getting the following ability. When the battle opponent this becomes reversed, you may bottom deck it.
Nifty, yes, like this matters more at higher levels, honestly. Because that is the level when people start actually trying to keep their characters on the board to do something with. Especially when push comes to shove and you're like, you know, I'm really running low on resources here after trying to do my finisher combo and failing.
Or, hey, this is really nifty at level 2, honestly. Bottom deck their early plays.
Yeah, bottom decking early plays, especially if you're dealing with the mirror and you want to take care of some pesky unions. There you go.
Well, you can't hand-encore your way out of this one.
No, you can't.
So, honestly, I'm going to have to give the Intimidating Pose Aqua the playable.
Yeah, you could actually very much justify space for this, I will agree.
1 or 2 copies, easily.
Yeah. Like, if space wasn't so tight in the 8-door build, you may have actually chosen to play this.
Oh man, space is super tight in that deck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Alright. Sharp Eyes, Sylvia. Level 2, 1 cost, 7500 power. When this card attacks, this card gets plus X power, where X is equal to the total number of your other Demon King's army characters and characters with Cosmo in your card names multiplied by 1000.
Really, Bushy? Really? Come on, man.
Even in the Demon King's army deck, I'm kind of like, do you need to play this?
This is bad, even in limited.
Understandable.
You know what? I'm gonna give this the same treatment as My Name is Deadly Assassin.
Damn. You're just like, why do you guys keep popping up? You're just can you be gone?
The Demon's King army invades. So here's the mystical event that we were talking about. 1/1. Choose one of your standing Demon's King army, or Kazuma's, and rest it. If you do, you get to tutor for a Demon's King army or Kazuma. Reveal it and give one of your guys 3k for the turn. Shuffle.
Pretty neat.
Nifty, I guess.
Yeah, like, you know, a search that gives power, a 1-for-1 search that also gives power for the turn, you know, pretty neat. It actually, and, you know, it also helps to make your level 1 combo Sylvia bigger to get that reverse.
How big does she get after all this?
Let's see, if you get the maximum 2 markers, she's 6k.
Okay.
So with this, she becomes 9k.
Okay, she can start contesting standby lanes.
Yeah. And you're really boss, you save 2 of these events in your hand. And then make her 5 digits because F it.
She's fucking 12k. Like, holy shit. Your tutu is going down unless you counter for it.
Right. You know, what I found really funny was how they had this Gavin King's army trait, but there was only the one character this whole time that was Gavin King's army trait. It's
Which
like
is Sylvia.
here's Sylvia and Sylvia and Sylvia and Sylvia and Sylvia
It's Sylvia waifu.
with Kazuma. It's more like an OTP deck.
Still, I'm gonna give this the. You know, in the context of the deck, this is actually pretty good, like playable, definitely.
Right,
but
right.
I'm sorry, Demon's King Army, you get niched.
Yeah, I keep giving it to this because I'm like, you know, only a few people will actually want to play Sylvia and Kazuma.
Maybe the Soul Sleeper.
Maybe some sleeper. Well, anyway, with that actually concludes our Konosuba Legend of Crimson set review. So we until then, we will see you next time. If you like it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. It helps the YouTube algorithm out.
Yes, it does. And with that out of the way, we will see you next time.